All right, so welcome to the next step. Before we jump into the business planning part, let's talk about life in a startup. So startups are not little tiny versions of big companies. Startups are something different. And they are for a few different reasons. First and foremost, when you're founding a startup, you have a clean slate. You can do whatever you want in your startup, right? And I mean anything, not just new products and new services, but new cultures, new processes, anything you feel is important. You have a clean slate as in anything is possible. You can change what you're doing at a moment's notice and try something new. You can switch talking from this set of customers to that set of customers. You can start researching this other market to go into. You have tons of different possibilities. And that leads to a problem, which is too many choices, too many possibilities, too much information. So how do you tackle that? Well, this is where my computer science background jumps in. You have two ways to tackle a problem like this. So imagine you want to go and research a customer segment, or you want to go and test out 3 different ways to do messaging for your company, or you're not quite sure what that solution needs to be. You want to try out 3 different solutions. Well, in all these cases, you have 2 choices on how to do that. Depth first or breadth first, right? So you think of all the tasks laid out in a hierarchy, and you can either go way down deep and answer every question possible. You can spend, let's say, a week doing your market research. Or you can do a little bit of everything, switching from task to task. And what I advocate and what I push people to do is to do the breadth first style. So do a little bit of marketing, a little bit of sales, a little bit of product development, repeat the cycle. A little bit of marketing, a little bit of sales, a little bit of product development. You'll get much further because at a startup, things change around a lot, right? The one advantage you have over every established company, and the only advantage you have over every established company, is that you can move quicker than they can, right? You can change your mind and try something new today, whereas they got to set a meeting and get 10 people in the room and figure out at that meeting when they're going to have the real meeting, right? And repeat that cycle a few times until they get a decision made. Whereas you, as startup founders, can make that decision right now, right? You have to use that speed, and you have to make choices that give you some momentum, and then add to that momentum, and add to that momentum, and add to that momentum, and keep it moving forward, right? As quickly as possible.